mean, the thing is, you have to picture the traitors, villains, Big Brother. I won't even go into Dancing with the Stars. I mean, there's no need for Phaedra, Brandy, Alex McCord, man. There's no one name that is so crucial to the future of these shows. I mean, Brandy's name is next to Lala's, is next to Kennedy's, is next to Nini's. You know what I mean? Like Bailey, you could choose anyone, really. Yeah, there's a formula, but so I think Brandy really is just persona non grata. And I, again, love her. I think
Fine.
she's a nice person. I mean, who would wish this upon anyone? I mean, I feel bad for her.
You
She
know,
says she hasn't been able to do her podcast at one point,
oh,
she said.
she's got to get back because the podcast money is going to be insane in 2025 and 2026. Like we need to help her. Somebody get through to her. We've got to help her.
Sarah has been telling me off air about our 20. I mean, we both had the best year in this particular business of ours. You keep saying 2025 is it. Sarah thinks the podcast revolution is we're not even getting started, according to Sarah Fraser.
Oh God, yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I know, but I mean, this is what I'm like. We need to get in touch, and I know she's been on your show, but she's actually had one of the biggest, most influential podcasts out there. And that
Filter.
could be a lifeline for her. That could be a lifeline for her to get back to making, you
Get back,
know,
Brandy.
10, 20K a month to support her life. So I got to get through to Brandy. This is
You
very
do.
sad. I do think she's, apparently she went and saw Phaedra Parks' dentist down there in Atlanta. A lot of people feel she
Oh,
got some free dental work. That's who got her teeth back. Who cares? I mean, she needs to get the work done. If Phaedra is a friend and can pull those strings,
totally.
I have to imagine the stress is immense. I think she was promised the world in coming back to Bravo. She brought so much to that Peacock special at Dorinda's Manor. And I think she's had the
Hmm.
rug ripped out from under her many times, with Eddie. And even though it's worked out with Leanne Rhymes, I mean, so many times, I think it's hard to reinvent at 52. It's not impossible by any means. People do it all the time. Sometimes I think it was who's the guy that invented KFC? I don't
I
even
was literally just gonna say that. I was literally just gonna say we must get the same Instagram shit.
like
The
55 or something.
Colonel Sanders, I was literally gonna say this, started KFC in his 50s. It's never
Colonel.
too late, guys.
And I
Never
think
too
he lived
late.
to his 80s, and by that time he was a billionaire.
May I say
So,
something?
okay.
Well, let me tell you something. Do you have a minute?
Well,
Just
not
a minute.
really. I gotta get
Okay,
my son in the car for
just a minute.
go.
I
Yeah.
I don't like bones. Okay, I mean, on people, sure, can never be too skinny, but I don't like bones in my food. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you something. I want to get like a chicken sandwich. I want the chicken sandwich. Okay, you get it on the roll. You get it at KFC. Now you're gonna get that coleslaw. KFC has one of the best coleslaws in the history of coleslaw because it is dry. They don't put too much mayo in it. Then you get the pepper. You put the pepper, sprinkle the pepper on the coleslaw. Now you dump it in the plate. You take three, four, I like six or seven biscuits. You take about seven biscuits, you break them up, you put them in the plate. Coleslaw's already in the plate with the pepper. You mix in the biscuit. Now, I want a tub of that gravy. You pour that gravy over the biscuit with the coleslaw. You drop in some mashed potatoes. You take a hot sauce, you put some hot sauce in there. Now you take the chicken sandwich, you cut that up. So you have a big bowl. You have the fried chicken, you have the coleslaw, you have the biscuit, you have the gravy, and you have the mashed potatoes, and you stir it up and you eat it. And then you could eat the roll on the side. I'm sorry. You got me excited.
Yum. I know. I know. Well,
It's
I
never too
hope
late.
we can get in touch with her. I wish her nothing but the best. And it's really sad. And I think she's being truthful. I don't know anything about skin parasites or anything in that nature, but I think what's happened to her is so devastating. And her boys are older. I'm sure she doesn't have child support anymore. Like and I bet she got a pretty penny from Eddie for a long time. But it's expensive in LA. I feel for her.
It's expensive. I just think it's a cautionary tale. It brings us back to the beginning of our chat. Tom Sandoval. I mean, why else would you listen? If you were Kathy Hilton, if you were Sutton Strack, if you were Jennifer fucking Tilly,
Really?
I
Really?
mean, she has two homes next to each other in fucking Bel Air.
She's a home in Malibu on the ocean she doesn't go to because it's haunted.
I
Let us go stay there, Tilly, and see if the ghost, what happens with the ghost, and bring you psychic.
two homes next to where I live in the Hamptons, the woman in the penthouse. She has the whole second penthouse for her guests. I would never have somebody stay in my home. That's a guest. Second penthouse just sits there with a guest. Can you imagine this? Tilly, two homes in Beverly. Why would Tom Sandoval be defending himself? It's a cautionary tale of like when it's over in the reality space. Again, we might one day, this wonderful audience, everyone it cycles, but we don't work for a network, you and me. We control our destiny. It's really a cautionary tale. When you work for a network, when you are done, you are done. So just save it or hope that you are Countess Luann and can get a cabaret out of it, or Bethany Frankel and can brand something so smart and sell it. Those are the two. I mean, I mean, I'm sure we have others here, but I don't know. Lala, Sheena. Yeah, I'm not saying they're Craig Conover. That is a real pillow business. It's real. It's an actual corporation. Lauren Conrad. Lauren Conrad is not going back on reality TV ever. Kristen Cavallari, and she kills it in the podcast space, but she's an anomaly. Uncommon James. That's a real business. That's the way to go. You need a real business that somehow works, not Ramona Pino fucking Grigio.
Yeah,
That
but
is a
Ramona doesn't
dog.
need the money.
No,
Ramona
she
doesn't need the
doesn't.
money.
She doesn't.
She's all set. It's our girl Sonia Rita. It's our girl
Oh,
Brandy. It's our
oh,
guy Sandoval.
oh.
It's probably Schwartzy, but I think Schwartzy has that personality that, is malleable. So I think he's probably going to keep on keeping on.
He just did a commercial for a car. I forgot what it was. It's on Instagram. That pays. That pays.
It pays
Schwartzy's
the bills.
marketable. Schwartzy's
Um,
marketable. Lala.
yeah.
I mean, Lala, listen, I'm not insulting her. Lala has a great podcast. She had Give Them Lala. It was a real thing. I don't know where Lala Beauty, and that's not, I'm not shading her. I just don't know where it is. I haven't looked into it. Sheena, I don't know what the product is there. There's a difference between like a real corporation. Craig's Pillows is a real thing, whether you're hearing about it or not. They're selling. It's a real thing.
Okay. We have a ton to get to. A ton to get to next
Do you
episode.
realize next episode for me is our last show of the year, other than our special shows, which are coming up? We got
I
two
know.
special shows.
I know.
So you
It'll be
better
good though. I
think
need a break. I need a break. So I will be refreshed. This is to your point, and maybe the Uber cab driver that was a psychic. Maybe, two kids, three I think three might be our limit. I have this fantasy of four.
oh man.
I just can't say no. Like if there's a sibling group, I have to,
That's good.
like
Listen, you'll get a lot of comments from this. They're gonna say, well, Madonna. I mean, I guess you're in a different situation than Madonna, but when she
like
brought in Esther and Stella, those are two true siblings, Esther and Stella, and they are from Malawi, the same place that my friend David Banda and Mercy James are from. She got all four children from the same country that she could actually just buy the whole country if she wanted to. But that's a whole nother story. But my point is, you'll get a lot of comments. Trust me, people will support this from you. You're a good woman. You're a good person. You're doing the Lord's work. And just because it's not for me doesn't mean that like I do believe in helping people. I do. I really do. I have a
you
kind
helped
heart.
me. You've helped me
Thank you.
tremendously, tremendously. And I always defend you. I mean, I
Thank
always say you are sassy. I mean, you are you are sassy and you're not afraid to you'll torch a bridge, but
you. Mhm.
you have helped me so much and I truly mean that. I'm forever grateful for you and you are part of my gratitude list that I do daily, weekly. I love you. I think people don't realize that. And the thing about you is you have the softest heart once you kind of I mean, there's a lot of go fuck yourself. But then
Thank
it's
you.
like the sweetest heart of all time. So I
As you've said, I've made you more money. You have the talent and you've done it yourself. I'm not taking credit, but I've Told you with,
You have.
everyone
You
says, oh,
have.
Sarah's going to be the next. Sarah makes more money than she's ever made in her life, which is to your skills. But she's not leaving, everybody. She's not leaving. That's not how it works. And by the way, I would just like to say, when Sarah goes out amongst the people and you go to these events, the one person that they want to ask you all about is me. What is David really like? This isn't about me, but these are true
No.
stories.
People
So,
love it. They want to know the scoop. They want to know the scoop. Yeah.
So everyone have every opinion about me that you want. I am nice. I just one day when I'm retired, I'll be able to help everybody. But right now, I'm listen, and by the way, you needing a break, guess who also needs a break? I'm over it. December is a very
Take care.
stressful month. Gifts, this, see every like I'm working, but I'm also ready to we're gonna have a good year. But you better think for the next show. We have to have some reflections. That
Uh-huh.
wasn't it.
Okay. All right, my love.
All
Talk
right.
to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.